We don't get to sit this one out. If we don't show up tomorrow, it is entirely possible that we will not have the opportunity to ever cast a ballot again.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Oprah Winfrey campaigning for Kamala Harris at a Pennsylvania rally featuring rappers, actors, musicians, per usual, to get any kind of crowds to show up for Kamala. But she was telling the story about how she had an interaction with a woman about her voting. Now, first of all, you were hiking, Oprah. That's how you came in contact with the person? Okay, cool. Like, you were hiking, all right. But you were hiking, ran into the person, and you said, hey, we cannot afford to sit this one out because if you don't vote, we may not be able to get the vote ever again. Now, I guess you're trying to say that Trump's going to be a dictator and take your rights away. But listen, he's already been the president once before, and the things you're talking about didn't come to fruition. So why all of a sudden now would it happen when it did not happen before? Also, you guys are doing quite a bit of projection because, quite the contrary, if the left wins, if Kamala wins, if the deep state, whatever you want to call it, if they win, they already try to do lawfare against Trump and the J6ers and anyone else who gets in their way. They're trying to bring in the illegal aliens by the millions and give them amnesty, the right to vote, citizenship, and everything else. If that happens, then there may be no more elections. It'll be a one-party system. Even if there are elections, it's not going to be of any matter because the end is predetermined. Now, before I go any further, let's get straight to the actual clip in question. This is like a 4-minute or so clip. I will link to the entire thing in the box. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
As citizens of this country, how many first-time voters? Raise your hand, first-time voters. Beautiful to see you. Thank you all for coming here tonight and representing all the people who will be voting tomorrow. Those of you who have not voted, thank you so much. You know, on January 20th, 1961, President John F. Kennedy issued a challenge. He said, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Well, I'm here to tell you that what you can do for your country, what you can do for democracy here, and what you can do for the spirit of John Lewis and all the others who dared to walk across that bridge in Selma and fight for justice for us all. What you can do for every pregnant young woman who has died because she was not eligible to receive the emergency medical care she desperately needed because...
Let me just pause for a minute as she goes on about how abortion is this great thing, which is what they all do on the left and they have been doing for forever. Every single campaign stop, abortion, abortion, abortion. When your chief issue you want to hang your hat on is taking the life of innocent children, you've pretty much lost. But before we continue, I just want to say that Oprah is a great speaker. Michelle Obama is a great speaker. Why aren't these strong, well-known, powerful, well-spoken, well-educated women coming forward to try and be a presidential candidate? I was on Hardly Initiated last night. And shout out to those guys, Ryan, Tyshawn, Hardly Initiated. I was on the podcast last night having a discussion with some liberals. And shout out to Melanie King for being there as well, my conservative homie. We were on there talking about these issues. And the question came up, hey, why has there not been any female president ever? Well, who are you bringing forward? You're not bringing your best. You're not bringing your best. You're bringing Hillary Clinton, who had to get Weekend at Bernie through the whole campaign, and Kamala Harris, who can't put two words together. You don't bring Oprah. You don't bring Michelle Obama. You don't bring any of them. You bring your B team at best, your JV team at best, your understudy at best, and you wonder why you don't have any kind of female presidential candidates that have a snowball's chance. But I digress.
of an abortion ban, what you can do for yourself and what you can do for everyone and everything you cherish is vote. And if you are watching or hearing me right now and you haven't already, you have got to vote. And listen, I know that
I agree with her on that. Yeah, go out there and vote. If you've not done so already, I already done voted. Early voting in Tennessee, in person, ID, paper ballot, the whole thing. I've already done it, but if you've not voted yet, please do so. And of course, tonight, we're going to check the election results. I'm optimistic. I think we got it in the bag, but we're going to see tonight.
some of you are feeling burnt out and bruised and maybe inconsequential. Nothing could be further from the truth. Every single vote, every one is going to matter. That's why I've come to Philadelphia tonight. And yesterday, I was all the way across the country, and I was hiking on a Sunday afternoon, and I met a woman named Angela, who told me that she was going to sit this one out. Now, I know she was immediately sorry she told me that, because I would not let up. So I said, sit this one out. We don't get to sit this one out. If we don't show up tomorrow, it is entirely possible that we will not have the opportunity to ever cast a ballot again.
Oprah, the fear-mongering is not working. You guys are trying things that are not effective. And I don't know why you keep doing it. Maybe you don't have anything else. Maybe this is as good as you can do. But your best, your ultimate top effort is not enough.
And let me be very clear. If you do not make sure that the people in your life can get to the polls, that is a mistake. Deciding not to decide, that is most definitely a vote to let other people control your future.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. Where we disagree, Oprah, is who the correct person is to vote for. But as far as what you're saying about going out there and voting, and if you don't vote, you let somebody else decide your future, I agree with you on that 100%. You're correct.
We all know what we're voting against. So I want to end by reminding you about...
We do all know what we're voting against. Illegal immigration, unfettered, massive inflation, limited rights. We are voting against quite a few things. Just the unfettered removal, taking of lives of children, innocent babies in the womb. I think we know what we're voting for and what we're voting against.
A few things that we're voting for. We are voting to defend and protect the Constitution of the United States.
In what way, Oprah? In what way?
We are voting for values. We are voting for values and integrity. We are voting for the right to choose what happens to our own bodies. We are voting to save ourselves from this precipice of danger where we now stand. All the anxiety and the fear you're feeling that because you sense the danger, and you change that with your vote. We are voting for healing over hate. Now, I believe in this promise of America. America has been the greatest country in the world for me. I believe that if you and I and the voters you see on this stage show up for our country tomorrow, if we answer that call that President Kennedy made more than 6 decades ago, then we have the power to choose a leader who will see us. She sees us, and she will do her mighty best to serve all of us. I believe we can do that, and I know she can do that. Yes, she can.
Yes, she can. Are we trying to invoke 2008 Barack Obama? Listen, Obama, as I've said it many times, Barack and Michelle, but definitely Barack. I am not a fan of his politically. I'm not a fan of his policies at all. I would never in my life ever vote for him again. I voted for him in 2008 when I was 24 years old, young and dumb. But now, 40 years old, grown man, knowing what I know now, having lived my life experiences and what I've gone through, I could never vote for a Barack Obama or a Michelle. But I respect them for being great politicians, being able to speak, being able to communicate, being able to not just deliver word salad at you. They're good politicians, but they're bad with policy. You cannot recapture the 2008 Barack Obama energy. That's once in a lifetime. Kamala doesn't have any of the charisma, any of the charm, any of the natural speaking ability, and she's incompetent on top of that. She is a diversity hire. Joe Biden himself said that he promised to hire a female or woman to be the vice president, and then he got pressured into hiring the black woman. That's how Kamala Harris is in the position she's in right now. That's how Kamala Harris is where she is right now. No other reason.
Yes, she can.
All righty. No, she can't. Not in my humble opinion. Not if I have any say in the matter. But shout out to Oprah. Oprah, I know you support her. You want her to win. You're friends with the Obamas. They want her to win. They may support her. Well, kind of. It took Barack a little while to endorse her, but it's not going to happen. Today, we vote, if we haven't voted already, and we're going to get the orange man back in there. Kamala didn't have it. As I close, I want to say this. Kamala is so bad, and she has performed so poorly during this campaign. I almost feel bad for her. Almost. It's about that much in me that says, you know what, this is kind of crazy. Why they got her out there like that? But hey, it is what it is. She volunteered. Nobody put a gun in her head and say, hey, you got to go out there and do it. She volunteered. She's floundering. She's terrible. She's awful. And I hope this today is the last time I have to see her face ever again. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on what Oprah Winfrey said? Do you agree, disagree? Do you agree with some things, disagree with others? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. Nice try, Oprah. You speak very well. You have good stage presence. You can string two words together. Why don't you run for president? The people that should run on their side don't do it. Gavin Newsom, Oprah Winfrey, Michelle Obama, the list goes on. The top people, the most talented people over there don't want to run. So they send the JV team. They send these kind of just peasant type, like they are not sending their best. And as a result, we got Trump 24, Vance 28, Vance 32, and so on and so forth. That's how I see it. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that is all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.